Ooh, this will be the most fun video I've done in a long time. I can't wait. You figure out what it is yet? I know I'm ready. Are you? Let's go. Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways. I'm Doc Martinez, and today I'm going to be doing something fun. I'm going to be comparing all 4 years of Still Austin's Red Corn. 4 year, 5 year, 6 year, and 7 year. Yep, all 4 years. Woo, I'm excited. 4 years in the making for this video. Miss Nancy Fraley herself thought this would be fun, and I agree. So let's do it. So the only way to do this blind, I have all the glasses over here. I put them in black glasses so that I can't give away anything with just the coloring alone. Honestly, they all look pretty similar, so would that have made a difference? Who knows? So, who do you think will come out the winner? I'm gonna tell you this. The first year came out, the 4 year, right? That's my 4 year over there. Yep, the 4 year, the first year it came out, that was actually my favorite of the lineup. Even beat out the blue corn. The red corn continues to be one of my favorites because I've mentioned this so many times before, but every time I taste it, it's a nice change in the mouth. I can be sipping on the same one, and every time it's like a different little evolution, a different little surprise. Something about red corn, my brain is still trying to figure out what is that taste, that memory of that taste to bring it in. But it's so exciting. I'm already drooling just talking about it. Yep. All right, enough of that. You guys are not here for my chit chat. Let's get in here and let's go. Let's just smell them. Good red corn for sure. Ooh, darker notes, more cherry on that one. I actually like the way that one smells. Ooh. So, the best nose was this one, but this one, pretty close. And if I'm comparing these two, I'm gonna say this is the one with the least amount of nose on it. Not saying it's bad. I'm just saying the one that's a little bit more bland than the others on the nose, okay? I'm gonna start from left to right, kind of just taste them, give you some thoughts, and then afterwards, I'll fast forward going backwards and give you my rankings. All right, you ready? I know I am. Cheers. Red corn. Yumminess. Yummy, for sure. Next. So, I'm not cleaning my palate. I'm just tasting them. Good red corn flavor. Nice little spice to it. First sip that I've had. So, I'm going to definitely have to go back for these. That one's definitely more aged. More oakiness. Darker flavors. Oak notes hitting there. Tannic hitting there as well. Ooh. More flavor than the first one, less tannic than the second one. Very well balanced. I'm really liking this one right now. Last but not least, flavor bomb on that one. Wow. I don't know if it's because I didn't cleanse my palate, but that one had so much more flavor than these three. All of them had a lot of flavor, but that one kind of, even after all those sips and no rinsing, smacked me in the mouth up front. That is probably my favorite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some water, cleanse my palate, tasting them backwards, rank them, and then we'll get back to you. Whew, this was hard. I did have to sip them a little bit more than I even thought I'd have to. Now this one, I feel like it's the youngest. Good flavor, but tastes a little young to me. This one, so I'm trying to debate if this one or this one's the oldest. And the reason for that is this one's the most oaky. I said that from the beginning, very, very oaky. But this one It's kind of what I remember. More red corn, very nice, very balanced. And I'll explain why I think I'm going with this one, even though this one's oakier. I'm gonna say that this one is the 7, and I'll explain why in a little bit. And so my rankings, I'm gonna say, so first place for me is actually this one, but it was very close to this one. This one has really good flavor, but as I said, this one popped in the mouth, did a little bit more. So what I have is first, second, third, and fourth. When I'm thinking age-wise, 4, and these are 6 or 7. So I'm gonna go 6, 7, which makes this 5, which would make sense. Well, kind of. And this is what my brain process is going through. 4, I'm pretty sure that's the youngest. It tastes younger to me. Is their first batch. They had to work with a lot of young, right? And Nancy did a great job. Still great pour. Still great pour. We'll find out if I'm right. You know what? Let's just find out. Let's find out. Am I right on this one? Is this 4? Yes, 4. Okay, good start. So Nancy did a great job working with what she have. 4-year-old red corn, great stuff. Great stuff. And remember, these are all 100 proof, right? They're bottled and bond, 100 proof. Last place for me, I'm gonna say this is the 6 year. I'm going with the 6. Could be the 7, but I'm going with the 6, and there's a reason for that. I guess. Let me explain my reasoning before. I could be wrong, I could be right, but let me explain my reasoning before. This is my reason. I know they changed when they were doing the last batches. On the way, they were not producing them, I guess, but finishing them or let them age the last year. And so this is why I'm thinking this. I know up until that point, they were just doing the regular one, doing it their way, right? And then over the last year, because I remember that was a big difference with the rye, and this is what I'm thinking. The rye was super different because they went from doing the rye the normal way, just put it in the barrel, slow reduction down water to the 100 proof. Till I know that then the following year, they put them in the barrel and had them at 100 and I think like 105 proof. So they lowered them down to 105 proof to age for that last year. So when they pulled them out, they didn't have the water reduction as much. And I believe that's what they did with the 7 year. And I believe that's why that one is the 7, because it popped me in the mouth. Even after having all these, it still popped me in the mouth. Lots of flavor, very well balanced. And it's something that I'm really, really enjoying. And that's why it's my first. So all that said, I don't know if that made sense to you, but I believe they barreled it at 105 instead of whatever that came out of the still. Let it age at a lower proof in the barrels. And that's why it has that different taste than all the other 3. So that's my theory. That's what I'm working on. So which one is this one? My last place. This is my last place. 6. So I'm right there. So this is 4 and 6. That means I have 7 and 5, right? Now I'm gonna taste these one more time. Taste these one more time. That's a good pour. That's just good. So what I was thinking what happened was they age in these other ones, they age in the barrel at the normal, whatever came out of the still, aged at the higher proof, water reduction at the end, causing the change in flavor. That's why I feel like this one is the most oaked over the other ones. I feel like they hadn't changed that process. I'm not sure. I'll have to verify, but I don't think they changed that process until later on. I think the 5 was that's why I think the 5 is really well balanced before it got a little too oaky and Texas-y. Remember, this is Texas we're talking about. So this 6 year is more like a 12-year whiskey in Texas heat, right? So let's see. My first place. I'm just gonna go for the first. Is this first place 7? Yes, it's 7. So that should make this 5. Ooh. Did I get 100 on that one? Did I get 100% on that one? Ooh, that pat myself on the back because I was a little worried there. But yes, man, I know they changed some of the process. I think this is when they changed it, and there is a difference. As I said, I drank through them, and these were all good except for this one's a little oaky, as I said, but this one still popped me in the mouth when I first tasted it. Different flavors, lots of flavors there. Put in the barrel at a lower proof makes a difference. I didn't think it made that much of a difference. Slow water reduction makes a difference. And I think they also, this is what they do, their Petit O, where they're adding water that already has a whiskey in it as well. So I think that's what they're doing with this one as well. So lots going on there. Lots going on there. Damn good pour. Damn good pour. Their last one, if you didn't get it, it was such a short, there's such a short, like, you know, they say short barrel because there's not that many coming out of a barrel. Short batch. Short batch. My theory on it is I think they use a lot more red in the Tanninger than they had expected, making it a shorter batch as well. So, interesting. Now, I always like to blend. I always like to put them all together. Let's see. Can we balance out this over oaky one? I shouldn't say over oaky, but the most oaked one. For what we have here, this is definitely the most oaked one, right? So, all right, here we go, guys. Let's just swirl that up a little bit. Let's swirl it. Let's go in for that. That's very different. That's very neat. You get the sweetness, that sweetness of the red corn up front. You get some nice thickness in the middle there, and then at the end, you do get the oakiness still. It's a little bit milder, but it's still there. One more sip. Good pour though. I'm gonna go edit and finish drinking this as well. All right, my friends. How many out there have ever gotten to try all four of them? More or less all four in a blind. I was excited to do this. I think it's a great idea. I'm gonna make sure I'm not wasting anything. Let's get all these little drops in here. Every last part of it we're not wasting. These are hard to get and they sell out almost immediately now. Immediately, so much harder. All right, my friends. Thank you for joining me on another journey down my whiskey rabbit hole. Red whiskey, still Austin rabbit hole. To our next journey, my friends. Cheers. Yep.